given up smoking. The fact that you're here means you've already done it, or you're thinking of doing it. If you're thinking of doing it, I might be able to help you out, tell you my story. It's worth bearing in mind all the time you're trying to stop smoking. Bear in mind why you're doing it. For me it was health. Might be the same for you too. I was coughing myself to sleep, coughing myself awake, hacking during the day. I was really smoking had taken me, after a lifelong habit, to that point where my health was just going down the pan. I'd not considered stopping before because I didn't really have the willpower for it. I still can't, even though I had those health issues, I still convinced myself I was enjoying smoking, although I knew it was killing me really. I'd not tried patches or gums because the people I've known who've used those things carried on smoking as well as them. Not the answer. I'd heard of e-cigs, but I'd not really looked into it. I didn't know what they were about at all. And I was walking in the centre of town here, and a company called E-Lights had set themselves up, the tent. They had a few people dotted around, obviously giving out samples. And one of those people came over to me, and the first thing he said was, "Do you smoke?" And the first thing I said was, "Do you smoke?" Because I'm not going to be lectured by anybody who doesn't. Anyway, got chatting and stuff, and I ended up with a free sample, an e-cig, and I only just walked away. I was opening it up to give her a go. I was really curious to see what it'd be like. I had a drag on it. Bloody awful. The strength, the taste, horrible. But I thought at the same time, God, they've got something here. It feels like a bit like a ciggy, and it's a way of getting nicotine into my body. Maybe I could use it. So I used it that evening, and whereas I'd usually roll about 8, 9, 10 rollies in an evening, I only did 2, and I kind of like used the e-cig in between just to get that nicotine into my body. I found it really difficult though, because it was so strong that, and maybe it's a combination of my lungs were so damaged that I couldn't vape it. It was really difficult. It made me gag, and I found the only way of doing that was to hold my nose while I was vaping it, and it made it possible. If you do that, you can actually draw it back. So it was a way of getting that nicotine in. Next day I continued with it, and problem is though, the battery ran out and I didn't know what to do. Right, got to get a charger for this. I could not find a charger. I was passing a pop-up discount shop, and I noticed these in the window, and thought, even though I didn't know much about e-cigs, I recognised it as an e-cig. And look, it's even got a charger as well. I thought, I'll give that a go. And so I did. £5 it cost me. £5. And at the same time, I bought some liquid from the same place, £3, from iBacky, 18 milligrams. It was supposed to be kind of like a tobacco flavour. Although I wasn't so much worried about the flavours at all, because, well, I just had no taste. No taste at all. After lifelong smoking, you haven't got any taste. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so I filled it up, and thought I'd give it a go. Cool, that's really not bad at all. I can actually taste it now. I've only been smoke free since October gone, So, I'm only in my 4th month, but even in that time, I really got my taste buds back. I can actually taste it, and I can vape it without having to hold my nose. Yeah. So I discovered something that worked, really worked for me. Amazing, really. So I continued using this on that second day, and within that day I did roll a couple of rollies, and it wasn't because I needed the nicotine from the rollies. It's because I thought, how can I not be a non-smoker? How could I have smoked all my life and now be a non-smoker? That's the only reason. On the 3rd day, I used this exclusively. And from there onwards as well, for the first month before I changed, I bought a different device. But this thing saved me a life. Give the nicotine that I needed, and it gives you all the kind of tactile things you kind of the theatre of smoking, with the vapor and stuff, and physically the nicotine into your body. So it does replace cigarettes. It's not like a cigarette. It's different, but it's different in a better way. Thinking of stop smoking by using vaping? It's the way to go.